Next time around, which is now, because 5 times earlier we tried, the internet was not in our favor. And when the internet was in our favor, there was something or the other that was going wrong. So this, however, we are hoping is going to be the time when Priya Wall comes on live with me. And we talk about her days from Remix to Pyar Ki Ek Kahani, and just kind of encapsulating our 16 years in this wonderful industry called acting. Hey Anu, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting for Priya requests to join us right now so we can carry on where we missed out from. Hello, big brother. Hi from, sorry, these, the comments now become like ye small. Priya Wall, what's happening, Priya?
Hello, mister.
Finally, well, let's
Yes.
not hope. I mean, abhi bhi picture abhi baki hai, so let's wait. There are no interruptions.
Fingers crossed, Karnik. Fingers crossed.
And having said that, there are these drones which are flying on the top of my house. I'm next to this army place. And as I speak, one's passing by. So in case it gets too much, you talk, then I'll keep quiet and I'll cover the microphone.
I don't mind that. So nice to be here finally. And you're so lucky to be in Nasik right now. Oh my God.
That I am.
Yeah.
How are things in Bombay, yeah?
All good, yeah. Things are like back to normal and taking whatever precautions necessary. But I think everyone's getting back to life and so am I.
What kind of precautions are you taking, Priya?
Mask, yeah, mask, social distancing. Jo pehle hi kafi, like, I used to keep people at a social distance. So, yeah, now I have a good excuse to stay indoors and be with my books and poetry and movies.
So nothing's changed, basically. Pre-lockdown, post-lockdown, is exactly the same for you.
Listen, it took a pandemic for me to learn how to cook. So people are like now in shock because I'm making like bengan ka bharta, bhindi, dal, and they're like, what? And it's going up to like pizzas, pasta. So I finally learned how to cook and I'm so grateful.
Well done. See, there's a silver lining behind everything, yeah.
Of course, it's how you look at it.
I don't know if Priya cooking is silver lining. That I'll have to see for myself, and if it causes food poisoning or not. But at least she's cooking,
I survived 7 months. I'm fit and fine.
Yes, you know what? Yeah, that's testament enough.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Welcome, Priya. It's so good to have you over here.
No, I'm so happy.
I've been really kind of waiting for this one because I've been extremely fortunate to have you right in the beginning. And so to speak, it's been 16 years of acting for you as well, right?
Wow, yeah, 16 years. Now that you say it, it sounds like forever, but still doesn't feel like 16 years because I guess so many of those years just go in, like off camera doing other stuff. So 16 years of acting, I don't know how much I've worked, but yeah, 16 years. Yeah, it's been 16 years.
We were speaking about this before. It doesn't feel like 16 years. And the reason for that is maybe our body of work or the number of days that we worked on in these 16 years weren't that much on set. But I just want to tell everyone over here that even though we might not be on set, we're still working as actors, and it took me a really long time for me also to understand this, because all the many days for me it was theatre, for me it was travel, where I used to study different people and understand characters from there. And so it's true for Priya Wall as well. She's not. You've been very selective with your work also, and tried, chosen to put your time into writing and direction as well. Tell us about that.
Karnik, like you, I think we both are coming from very similar worlds. We were very serious about the kind of projects, we associate ourselves with. And because for us, it's not, I think when I'm acting, I'm an obsessive personality. I become that character. I'm living that character. Co-actors of mine, the first 2 days, like it's hell for them because I'll keep on and on with my scenes. And if, I totally obsessed. Like, so Kirti Kandpal used to run away from the vanity van because, she's like, I can't do any more rehearsals with you. So, I think with me, I was very conscious about the kind of projects I take up because I wanted to be able to, you're like living them, 16, 17 hours a day. And it's like a long journey, a couple of years. And so, yeah, I've been selective and luckily I've been lucky with the kind of roles I've been offered. So it's gone off good. Been a learning experience. So, yeah, that's that.
All right, so I'm going to jump straight into questions because I'm sure we will have a lot more to talk about and we don't have that much time because the internet might just give up. Because I think your video or my video has gone blurry because of the internet connection.
Yours
Is
has.
yours okay?
Yours
Yeah,
has
yours is
now.
from my side also. तो
Okay.
देखा
As long
जाएगा.
as people can hear us and we're not just having.
In this bad internet connection, you can see wonderful photographs of Priya Wall on her page and feed, and some decent ones of mine also. So please just listen to us. Watching us is for our shows. The first question is for you, Priya, from Anil Aim. And he says, I would love to know about your poetry. What inspires you to write?
Life, like I don't know, like I think all art, especially like writing, and I think any kind of art comes from a place of stillness. You're not thinking about it. It's only when the thinking stops, like the subconscious just kind of throws a thought, or like for me, all my poetry is written in one flow. I'm never editing it. So it's like I might be just chilling, doing something, and out of the blue, I get this poem. And that happens with all my writing for my scripts and other stuff also. And I think you will agree with me that a lot of art just comes when you stop thinking. You're never trying to create it. So my poetry, I've had this habit of writing since I was a child. So like as a kid, I wrote Dennis the Menace, used to play tennis because I was a tennis player, and I like from the age of 6 I was writing poems. So it's it's like my best friend.
That's something really wise you said. Art happens when you stop thinking.
Yeah.
And because I don't think very much, I'm such a great artist.
Okay, I agree 100% that you don't
Yeah,
think a lot. But I want to ask you something, Siddharth. This 15-page script you sent me, do I have to stick to it? Like the 15 pages praising you and telling the world how great you are?
Verbatim.
Because I haven't learnt my lines for the first time.
Do not stray away from the script. I worked very hard and I made up a lot of things over there which are actually very true and people should know.
I gotta say something.
The Bhaggu. Yeah, hey Bhaggu.
Someone sent this to me. I said I better use this.
What's happening is because it's in reverse. Like I'm reading it from the camera, so it's in reverse, no? No, that won't help. It has to be written like the ambulance does for it to be.
You got it. Hey, Bhaggu.
Did you just try to flip it?
No.
Did you just try to flip it?
No. I was looking what's on the other side. Shut up. Okay, continue.
See, this is how great an artist she is, because it's time like this where she zones out of thought and is able to flip and go out of the boxing. I'll stop right now. The next question is from Dusky Hughes. No, I'll come to that one later. But it's from Rishabh. What are the myths and realities of TV show industry? Also, how were you guys staying relevant in terms of competition from other actors? Okay, so two big questions there.
Okay.
Do you want to tackle the first one?
Myths and realities
of TV, just the top 2 or 3, like what you thought and how it actually was.
I think it's a job like, any other job. When people take up work, it's not as glamorous as people think it is. Especially TV, it's like 16, 17 hours, like being on set. And as Anvesha, I was doing close to 17, 18 scenes a day. It was a 1 hour daily. So myths and the reality is that as a TV actor, you really learn on the job. You learn fast. There's no time to waste. So it's like you're a sponge and you soak up everything really fast because nobody has the time to babysit you or, like how do I say, to teach you the ropes. So as a TV actor, I don't think any one of us ever has problems with learning lines or, getting the emotion straight, because we know we maximum have 1 or 2 takes, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a superb medium to learn the craft, to get the technicalities right, and and myths, I don't know, like I said, it's not as glamorous as it seems. It, how we shoot, often in what conditions. And,
do come over in lunchtime on a set and see the kind of food we're given. You'll understand there's no glamour.
Listen, Remix had good food. They had that
Remix had good
for
food
us, and those and crab masala.
We were spoiled.
And all. Maybe that's why we all put on like 6-7 kgs.
And our metabolism was great at that time, no? तो
Yeah,
मतलब
of
जितना
course.
खाते थे कुछ दिखता नहीं था स्क्रीन पे, पर अभी बहुत
और कार्निक काम भी तो उतना करते थे ना, 1 hour
काम
daily.
भी उतना करते थे. 1 hour daily, yeah.
1 hour
I think
daily.
that's again one of the myths for me was the amount of time it takes to make a TV show. It takes a
Right.
lot of time to shoot, you know, and just for that half an hour, we're shooting so much. We're shooting 2 units at the same time.
Right.
You know, the coordination which happens between actors and crews when there are 2 different units going on, I think it's incredible. And I found respect for TV only when I was doing the show called Ek Tha Raja, Ek Thi Rani, and this team of Japanese filmmakers.
Right.
7 of them came to our set and studied how we were shooting and creating so much content so fast.
Yeah.
You know, and to have that validation from the Japanese of all the people,
Yeah.
for me was like, you know, I got to give more respect to this work that I do.
Of course, there's like so much respect for this medium and the people involved, you know, who becomes like this big family. We are living like, you know, like so many hours of a day, every month, day in, day out together, and just creating this work. And I have so much respect for it. And like you said, this Japanese crew, I was doing this show called Jeete Hain Jiske Liye on Sony with Renuka Sahni. And these people from BBC came, and they were just shocked, you know, when just before the scene, I got my scene. So they asked me, what is this? I said, my scene. And they're like, are these the instructions, what you're supposed to do? I said, no, it's the actual scene. And they're like, when are you going to learn it? I said, now. And they couldn't get over it. They couldn't wrap their heads around that idea. But I think we had the training we got in Remix, you know, like especially me, I remember between 2 units, I used to be just jumping from one unit to another. And Bhushan sir, who was that director, laughed his guts out, Karnik, where I think that was my 13th scene of the day. And mid-scene, I froze. And sir's like, okay, Anvesha, kya hua? I said, sir, दूसरे scene की line याद आ गई. You know, mid-scene. And he's like, switch off the lights. I want to laugh for a bit because in my entire career, no actors ever said this, you know.
Wow.
But that was the case with me. I should be just learning lines.
Yeah.
Now learning lines is not a problem.
That is incredible. I still have trouble, and I've always had trouble with learning lines, and that will be something which I think I'd have full respect to you for. Okay, Shri is asking, were those awesome rhyming vampire dialogues improvised by you? Which is your favorite dialogue from Pyar Ki Ye Kahani? Okay, so the first one's for me. And yes, most of those rhyming dialogues were by me because I couldn't rhyme beautiful poetry like Priya here. So I figured, let me just try to get some rhyming in. So yeah, those are improvisations done by me. And Priya, which is your favorite dialogue from Pyar Ki Ek Kahani for you, like for your character?
Listen, I need to say this, but Siddhant is an extremely talented actor, and what he brought to the table with Pyar Ki Ek Kahani, like most of it, I remember I used to watch most of his scenes because you never knew what he's going to bring to the table, and most of it was his improvisation. And I have seen him grow as an actor from Remix till Pyar Ki Ek Kahani, and I should feel like this proud mama. I don't know for what. But it was like as if he's my, like co-star since Remix, and I've grown and he's grown, and now we're doing this show, and we were far more evolved actors. And Pyar Ki Kahani, he killed it. You killed it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
All
Thank
that
you.
improvisation, I always knew when you're improvising.
Thanks, Priya.
Yeah.
It means a lot because when I came into Remix, we both were so wet behind the ears, but I jumped in a little later, and by the time I came in, you were like already set as a pro actor doing 15 scenes a day.
Yeah.
So for me to even match up to that, and I had great regard and respect for you, still have. Sometimes it goes, but most of the time it's there.
मेरे लिए कभी-कभी आ जाता है respect for you. So,
है ना कभी-कभी.
today is a
अभी ये
rare
live
occasion.
session पे respect रखते हैं एक दूसरे के लिए. Okay, superb. What was your favorite? What was Misha's favorite? Your favorite dialogue of Misha from Pyar Ki Ek Kahani?
Hey, I don't recall. Yeah, I always had verbal diarrhea. Whether I was Anvesha or Misha, I was like butter. So I don't think there was any kind of phase. But all of my scenes, teasing Pia and teasing Tracker,
Punchy,
of course, Birdie. Oh, oh my God, my scenes with Punchy. I mean, What a character. So yeah, I don't remember any particular dialogue.
You know, then let's go back to remix, because there's so many like Hey Bhagu, man. That was to date, people like, you know, resonate with that, and it's incredible how when we were shooting at that time, did you have any idea that almost 16 years later, people will still relate to those two words, you know, and hold on to them and define an era of people growing up, yeah?
You know, Karnik, I never knew remix is going to become what it is. I mean, what it became, okay? So I never had any idea what we were doing. I was so like blah in my own world, just shooting. It's only when the show came on air and I went to Lokhandwala, and you know how we used to work. We had no time to go anywhere else. So it's only when the show went on air and I went to Lokhandwala market, and the way nannies and aunties hugged me and pulled my cheeks, and girls were suddenly wanting to be like me. That's the only time I got to know the impact of remix, you know. Suddenly I had these young girls with red hair, and their mothers are looking at me accusingly, and I said, no, it's not my fault. But those two phrases, ironically, I refused to say them.
Hannah? I get that. I get
like,
that.
What
yeah.
Hey, Bhaggu, mujhe nahi bolna hai. And Ritu was going mad, and she's like, you have to say it. I said, I'm not going to say Hey Bhaggu everywhere. And they're like, say it. And I said it reluctantly, and then it became part of the job. Like, I got used to it. But it's only when people started quoting those dialogues, I was like, oh man, these people were right. They knew what they were doing.
It's so true, yeah. And yes. Shit, I was going to say something and I completely spaced out over there. I was getting very artistic at that time. Okay, _ish, that's the name of the handle. Which is your favorite story from the set? Okay, let's go with Pyar Ki Kahani set.
Favorite story?
Yeah. Okay, while you think about that, I remember what I wanted to say. To all of y'all over here who are giving these hearts, who are writing these comments, who are laughing with us, you know, thank you. It's because of you that these lines that we can still talk about, you know, our work is our work. We forget about it and we take on the next project. But y'all have held on to Remix and Pyar Ki Ek Kahani so dearly, and y'all have kept it so much alive that it's because of you that these shows have become such big successes and therefore so close to us. So thank you.
Yeah, man. Big thanks, guys. It's because of you all only that we are what we are, and you've made these shows really what they have been for us. And I'm always so touched. I can't believe it that, you know, like we matter and we made so much of a difference to you guys. So
Truly,
thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you guys, man. Like all of y'all. So many fan clubs of Remix and of Pyar Ki Ek Kahani, you know, they just keep posting snippets from the show, and it just reminds us of, you know, it's great, this walk down nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's been forever. It's been so long. Remix was like 16 years back, and Pyar Ki Ek Kahani also, what, 8-9 years? 10 years?
10 years, I think. Yeah.
And it's like 2011, yeah. So favorite story from set, I don't remember every day. You know, everyone was a mad hatter in that show, yeah. From Barbies to Madhura to Sukirti. Favorite.
Okay, let me go. And if it comes to you, then, you know, my most memorable ones are the night sequences which we used to shoot with Parthoda in the forest along with Vivian, where we used to be harnessed up on trees. And this harness used to, well, it wasn't the best quality harness, right? Because we were working under limited budgets.
Right.
So the harness used to, and now I won professional harnesses afterwards, so I know what they're actually supposed to be like. They're not supposed to be like the kinds we had in Pyar Ki Ek Kahani. These one would squeeze the living daylights out of me and made sure that I didn't have children. It was so tight, and I'd be hanging at 3 o'clock in the morning. Vivian and I would be hanging on trees, holding on to dear life, because these things were holding on to our dear. I don't need to finish that.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
It was the most painful thing, and it was that, I guess, because like वो अब तक दर्द करता है मुझे किस लेवल तक, इसलिए मुझे वो मोमेंट्स याद होते हैं.
नहीं, मेरे साथ भी बहुत funny. I remember कोई bike sequence होते थे. I was always riding a bike with Sukirti behind, and Ritvik refused to sit on the. He's like, "Are you sure you won't drop me?" They got me a sports bike, and I had to take, triply. And he's like, "Please, Wally, please, I'm so scared." I said, "Chill." And but Parthu sir was so confident with my bike ride, so it was fun. And talking about this harness thing, I also had this thing where I'm supposed to jump off this arch, and we had been harnessed and all, and like it was Kabir and me, and we're coming niche, and just when I'm suspended, like with my legs up, bum down, I'm about. So sir's like, "Hold." I'm like, "Sir," and we're like hanging, and I'm like, "What? Sir, like, hello, excuse me." We're like defying gravity, and we're like stuck. Parthu sir suddenly decided. I think he used to do it deliberately, have fun.
I don't know, some directors, Parthu sir, I'm sure he used to do it deliberately, but there are other directors, who never went on harnesses. Okay. They themselves, for them, it was a shot which was more important, so focus on all that. But more than them, I used to keep looking at the three guys who would be holding on to that harness ka rope, right? Because my life depended on them. And the longer, I would say, I can still hold. I used to see the sweat go down there, bro. This second guy kind of fidgeting and losing weight. And I said, "Sir, please, wo bichare." Aur wo log to kuch keh nahi pa rahe the. It was very dangerous work, man. We had no life insurance, nothing. I don't know how we did that.
Mera ek aur incident funny hua tha with Gautam Gulati and Shaurya, my love interests, where I'm pretending to be one of their wives, to get them to stay together and all. And we are doing this scene, and I'm supposed to fall from the window. I've told, they know the dialogue, but Gautam Gulati is checking out his dole in the mirror.
And his hair on the other time.
I said, "Scene pad le, Gautam."
Acting bahar aa rahi na, acting bahar aa rahi na mere dolon se.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, okay." I said, "Listen, this is the line, I'm going to fall. You have to catch me." Pakad lunga, dole, pakad lunga. मैंने कहा, वहाँ शंकर भी, both of them are supposed to catch me, and उन्होंने कुछ ऐसे line ऊपर नीचे बोला, they knew the dialogue which I'm going to say and fall, but because it came up or down, they didn't move. I fell from the window, and I'm like looking at them.
Oh no!
I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "What you guys supposed to like catch me?" नहीं, वो line पहले आ गई. I said, "पर line तो आई ना." Parthu sir said, "I quit. I refuse to shoot this unit." So I've had very funny incidents with these guys. It's
those are quite.
Yeah.
Those are quite memorable.
Yeah.
Okay. How did from my gallery, Pyar Ki Ye Kahani, DMG? How did you get the role of Misha in Pyar Ki Ye Kahani?
Okay, so it's a funny story. I said no to play Misha. When I got called for Misha, the minute I read the lines, I said, "This is Anvesha." And I said, "I'm not going down that road," because, it's so ironic that, when I remixed, last day of remix, rap party after the last scene got over, Shrishti D told me, "Remix is the best thing you'll ever do. And now that you've played Anvesha, pack your bags and go and like join film school." And I thought, I'm like, what is she talking about? The journey is just starting. So when I got Misha, I said no. And I was broke currently. I had traveled, but I said no to Ekta ma'am, and then she told the writer to talk to me, who happened to be Ritu Bhatia. Ritu Bhatia, who was our creative in Remix. And she said, "Listen, what are you doing? This role is written for you. It's tailor-made. There are no auditions. Just come and do it." I said, "I'll play Panchi." She said, "You can't play Panchi." I said, "I'll play anybody but Misha." But Ekta ma'am was adamant, and I know why, because I guess it comes very naturally, that kind of a character. And I took it up, and there was no audition or anything. It was just like Anvesha. So that's how I got it.
So,
call from the boss.
So here's something, that what I'd want to say as an observer who started off. I know how. I totally understand your dilemma of not wanting to play the same character again. Right. You've done that. And especially somebody so iconic as Hey Bhaggu, right? Anvesha was right there. And but what I did see is the effort you put into the nuances which made the difference between Misha and Anvesha. And when you actually saw it, I know that there was a difference, not just the red hair, that you would actually put in a lot more work focusing in the differences of Anvesha and Misha. And I think you brought that out really well. So although the brief was ki we want Anvesha from Remix, I think you did really well in kind of reinventing who Misha was about and gave her her own identity instead of a template that you could have very well been complacent and put on it. But you worked hard, and admire you for that. Yeah.
Plus,
Well
Karthik,
done.
I too had evolved and grown as a person, right? Like as an actor,
Yeah.
you bring so much of yourself and what you have experienced in life, and
Yeah.
you know how you think, what kind of cinema you've consumed, the kind of activities you like undertake. You travel, you see the world, and I had grown so much as a person, and also had gotten far more comfortable with, earlier in Remix, I used to translate, like I used to always think in English and translate. Whereas by the time I was doing Misha, it was coming very naturally to me. And the only thing that was clear in my head while playing both Anvesha and Misha was that a lot of actors would have just played her like a tomboy. And luckily, the world I was coming from, she was a very normal girl. You know what I mean? Like I had been around women like that. I was sort of like that. So in my head, it was very clear that these characters do not become caricaturish. They do not become a boy. She's a girl, like who breaks the rules and does her own things. But she is a girl. So that was my whole idea of never playing to the galleries and making anything caricaturish about both the characters. So yeah.
And I think you did a great job over there.
Thank you.
All right. Next is from Anu from Remix, which I think is something that you just touched upon. And from Remix to this one, Pyar Ki Kahani, what changes happen and how both of you all evolved as actors? I think Priya mentioned that exact same journey. And this is what, if I may say now, Priya, it's that as actors, a lot of our work as actors goes in when we are not shooting. That's when we're actually working. We're working to get the next job. Yeah. We're working on building ourselves to be better actors. And that's why maybe in our 16 years, for Wall and I both, it's been 16 years, but our body of work might not be that much. It's because we've chosen to, like she went into poetry, into direction, I was into theater. And we did a lot of like homework, which is actually our work in understanding our craft and honing our skills more. And then when we have the project, we put all of that work into it in those days. And shooting is actually the playtime. That's when we have fun and we play. Our work is actually getting the next project, the project that we want to do. That's the actual work. So I think that's how I've evolved as an actor, to answer your question, Anu. Do you want to add something more to that?
Also the pros. See, it's got its pros and cons. See, Siddhant, I did this show called The Serial on Channel V, and Vikas Gupta was producing it. And what he had to say was that because you've not overexposed yourself too much, you've not burnt out playing every single character, that you're still relevant. That longevity was there for me to still play like that college kid, and there's others. But I had not done every single role, and then people have gotten sick of me. They wanted to watch me. So but then that also, like with TV, the way it's becoming, sometimes it has the pros and cons. Like sometimes we are like, hell, we should have said yes to probably a few more shows, earn more money, had those big houses. But then no complaints. I'm here today with so much love and support and chatting with you. So that's that.
I think you hit the nail right on the head. I too, वो करना चाहिए था और पैसे कमाने चाहिए थे, ये होना चाहिए. But now, after 16 years and having known and understanding where I came from and where I am today, and therefore where I want to go tomorrow, I am very happy with the decisions I made. Very happy with the work I did not do, and even more happy with the work that I did decide to do. So it's been a wonderful thing. Another question from Anu is, your dialogue delivery with fangs were flawless. Did you rehearse more of it? It came effortlessly. This is a very good question. And I'm so glad you asked this question, Anu, because those fangs were very unnatural, as you would have imagined. And I used to practice before just to get the flow of it, not just in rehearsal, but when I got the fangs initially. And I had blisters and I had scars and I had cuts all over the inside of my lips. And the worst was during like lunchtime or dinner time, because all the masala food we used to eat used to really hurt, and then I used to go into these long things. So yeah, it was a painful process. I am complaining, but that's just part of the entire thing. So yes, I practiced a lot so that the pronunciations and the enunciations with the fangs would come out absolutely clear, because we didn't have dubbing. It was all sing sound. Any challenges you faced, Priya, riding a bike? Or anything else which is people don't know the effort that went into?
No, bike I learned like since I was always riding a two-wheeler since I was a kid. I was always sporty, so I didn't have those issues. Like I just got the hang of it. Remix, there was a stuntman who was riding it for me because they had these stunts and all. But in Pyar Ki
There's a stunt man who played your double. There's a stunt man, or they get a stunt woman?
Guy.
They played a guy. You had a stunt guy as a body double. That doesn't say much about
those stunts थे
their budgets.
हाँ, I had to share my clothes also. I had to wear his clothes only.
Oh, well done. That's a sporting actor. Yeah, well done. That time I would also do it. Now I'm like, no, bro.
हाँ, थोड़ा सा.
No, I'm not giving you my underwear. Okay. Karan Bheda asks, when can we see you next on screen? Priya, when and where can we see you next on screen?
I want to work. Yeah, I miss acting at times. I miss it a lot. But unfortunately, like with all respect, TV is going in another direction now. So hopefully, with this web medium really, picking up, I hope I get some good work. Yeah, and you guys will see me on screen. And
I think they don't have to wait too far, Karan. If you'd go on to Misha's feed, she does these really good recital poems where she shoots it herself, she writes it herself, she directs it herself, she posts it herself, she writes everything. So now, what is very good for people like us who are out of work actors, we don't have an excuse to say anymore that, we're waiting for another project to come around for us to be on screen. We can be on your phones like we are right now by doing this. So I think the responsibility is on us actors to put ourselves out there. And most of the times, like, we get stuck not doing it, because we have our own egos or limitations. I don't know what to call it.
Hang-ups or, our own issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also doing
Priya
these gags. I'm doing these gags.
Exactly, yeah.
Of a television actor. They're all true incidents, guys. Not one of them is exaggerated. Everything happened to me or to someone else. Like, there's this gag where a friend of mine actually got to know that his father's dead and his mother has no yadash in the middle of a shot on his first day of shoot. And he was a theatre actor who had trained with Naseeruddin Shah. So he makes this frantic call to me, the known TV actor, ki bhai ye kya chal raha hai? And I was like in splits. I said, batana kya hua properly? Haan, acha, fir kya hua? Acha. So yeah, it's been fun. It's all in good fun. I hope you guys watch those gags also.
The gags are fantastic. Please, guys, just go watch the gags. She's hilarious. Write comments, give her feedback. This as a platform is so good. You can literally write what you like, what you didn't like, what you want, what you don't want, and it'll go directly to the creator of those gags. So please watch those.
And on that note, we have a remix gag also coming up soon, which stars our own Mr. Siddhant Karnik.
Oh, we're doing it. Has the entire cast agreed?
No.
Has the entire cast agreed? This is a little... I mean, it's just going to be between us and the internet. Yeah? You can tell me. You can tell everyone.
We're finding a dupe. It's a little tough.
We're auditioning the Hobbit segment right now. But that's okay. When can we see y'all next on screen together? That is again a question by Karan Bheda. And Karan, right now, I mean, as soon as we meet up for this remix gag, I think it'll be too much fun. Why don't you give them a teaser, tell them what it's sort of about so they can be excited about it?
Gag will be, it's Siddhant Karnik and great improvisation again.
Priya's being modest. Okay, I'll tell you without ruining it. She's going to recreate some of all the behind the scene moments, the stuff that you all didn't get to see. She's going to be recreating it in this gag role and it's going to be hilarious. And most of us are going to be there. So I'm really looking forward to this, Misha.
It's not
Bhagu,
behind the scenes. It's what Karnik said on camera, and Shweta, Karan, Raj and I had no escape, except for digging our nails into each other's palms to stay sane. And he thought he did such a great job. He repeated the dialogue twice. And I'm not going to give you the dialogue.
No, you know what? Karan did mention the dialogue, and I'll give them if you really want to know, Karan did mention that exact dialogue on our live. So go back there, watch it, you know exactly which moment. But I think, Priya, we should do like what actually happened right? Like the take which was finally done, and then what happened? Like,
Right,
we should,
right.
you're
That's
the
a good
director,
idea.
Sully.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And a before and after sort of take. That's hilarious. Okay, when you get a new project, definitely learn. Okay, Kinshuk Chavda asks, when you get a new project, you definitely learn a lot of new things. What did you learn from this show? By that, I think you would mean Pyar Ki Kahani. What were your learnings?
Every day is a learning experience. I learned, I got much better at my craft. I learned to, earlier I never used to think too much. I was a very impulsive actor. Like Anvesha worked because of the rawness. I was not really acting. But by the time Pyar Ki Kahani, it became more layered for me. It became to modulate more, to play with different emotions, to take that pause. So I learned a lot that way, and of course I'm always learning with directors like Partho sir and the kind of co-actors I've had, you, Sukirti, everything has been a learning experience, and I just improved, and I'm so grateful. Yeah.
What I learned was to be more humble.
Yeah.
I learned to not presume that everyone's an idiot on set. And that's a big thing, because what I realized with the improvisation that I was doing in Pyar Ki Kahani was that everyone was game for it. The directors, Ashish sir, everyone. There was this wonderful time where we had a substitute director who came on set to shoot one scene. And, before he laid out the scene, he came to me and asked me, okay, we're doing this scene.
Right.
How are you going to walk? Like, what's your blocking?
How nice.
I've heard you do improvisation.